Going there, earlier, or you still had a little bit of the hangover from the previous game, but then you got it going, and then it felt like you just couldn't stop them. Is that what you kind of felt like?
Yeah, I mean, I go about 43. I mean, it's hard to stop a guy when he gets going like that and he gets going hot, and he really did in the second half. He really turned it up, and it was just really tough to stop him, and this just sucks.
Defensive field goal percentage, I think they're over 50. That's usually not a good recipe for the day. Defensively overall, was it an effort for you guys, a tough effort?
I mean, I feel like we put a lot of effort on the floor. I mean, Cohill was just hitting tough shots. We were trying to throw stuff at him. Obviously, it could have been better, but he was just hitting tough shots. I mean, he 16 for 19, and I mean, he was just hitting tough jumpers, threes, and they just got hot, and it was hard to stop.
Seemed like it was a little bit of a big man game though for you guys. You guys accounted for almost half the field goals for the team. I guess was that what was working? Just down low, big man play inside.
Yeah, I mean, coach has been on us, especially me, because I haven't been pulling my weight lately to get rebounds. Help the team be a lead by stepping up and just being confident when you get the ball and just chasing the O boards to get us going. That's just been a big thing he's been harping on us about, and we're trying to do that every game, and we did better today, but we got to keep pushing it going forward.
I'd agree. Coach is pretty hard on us too, as far as rebounding and just being physical and being strong in the paint. And I think we did pretty good at it tonight, but I mean, come out with a loss, it doesn't really matter that much. It's still disappointing.
Was there any effort, not effort, but any adjustments for number 5 as coach? Had you guys do anything in particular? Or was it just a guy getting hot and just had you guys just keep playing the game, try to stop him and hope he fish some shots?
I mean, it was a little bit of both. We were trying to trap any ball screens he was getting at the end, but I mean, obviously that didn't work. So that's something we can work on for practice next time we go against them, or in case anybody else gets like that again in teams we play against in the future. So that'll be something we work on if anything like that ever happens again.
What's it going to take to get out of this little lull you guys are in? You had such a great start, and now 2 in a row losses.
I mean, we just got to come back every day and work. We have a little break here for finals before we have another game. I think it's about a week or so, and then we're going to have to come in here every day, watch some film, just keep working, just keep improving on our skills, and just watch what we're doing wrong to make sure we can try and improve it and not do those same things again in later games. Just got to keep going.
AJ, you went through this last year at 2-7. It's a long season. Is that kind of the attitude, like let's not panic? And
well, I mean, obviously we want to get wins every game we can, but a little bit it's like guys are still trying to figure it out a little bit because it's obviously a brand new team. But yeah, I mean, we've seen this before. I mean, I think we'll come out of it all right. I know we will, but right now it's a little demoralizing. But we'll pick it up and get it together. But it takes some time.
I agree.
you two on the floor together, that's a tough matchup for any team. Do you guys feel like that? Like there's not 2 bigs that can handle both of you on the floor at the same time?
I mean, I think it's fun playing with them. We have a good time out there, battling back and forth, and our rebounding tonight. I think it's like 11 total offensive rebounds. That's something that we've been working on, and it feels good to kind of see us get some of those. But I don't know. I enjoy it.
Yeah, this is like the first game we're really playing with each other a lot and playing well. So, I mean, it was fun, but I mean, we got to get the win. But I mean, hopefully, coach can keep putting me and him together and we can keep working because. I mean, it was going well, but yeah.
I was gonna say, it's not like you guys are blowing out the entire game. Are you guys feel like it's like right there, just a couple little pieces to find that rhythm? I mean, really close to controlling the game from start to finish.
I mean, things got a little out of hand towards the end as far as some turnovers, and they got a couple garbage time points and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to think we're close. I think. I don't know. It's tough for me to say. I have to watch some of this game and just kind of see really what happened to give you a good explanation for that.
Most guys, I thought, just couldn't get him stopped.
Yeah, and I told the team, that's more my fault. At some point, you got to make some adjustments, and we didn't early enough. And then when we tried to, it was a little bit too late. That's the way it is with good offensive players. I've seen it enough. And so, as a head coach, I need to be able to recognize that sooner and make some adjustments so that we do a better job of that. So that falls on me.
Honestly, there's really, only so much you guys can do adjustment-wise when the player's just getting hot.
Yeah.
Tim's guarding him so well, and he just pulls up a fadeaway.
Yeah, some of that, but if you let good offense players get going, then they can get in that mode where you can't stop them, and so there's most of that falls on me. It just does. Our kids, obviously we feel a lot better about the way we played than the way we did the other night in terms of our compete. But in both games we had two players kind of go off on us, and that falls on us a little bit. At some point, you can't just go. You've got to do a better job, and so in our two league games, we've not been very good defensively. That's what's going to have to change for us. And we weren't great offensively, but for us usually if we're not any good defense, we give up 53%. It's hard to win. It's hard to be good enough offensively.
It looked like you might have had a little bit of the after effects early from the other night, but then you turned it on and had a halftime lead. And
I don't think we really did. I think,
No?
I thought, I thought we had pretty good pop to us from the start and show a good fight. One of the things we struggled with is finishing the first half. We really struggled with the last 4 minutes, and we did a great job of that today.
Coach, you mentioned obviously, trying to rebound from that last game against Robert Morrison. Practice was the big thing. Did you see an improvement in the guys mentally?
Yeah, it's hard. Like the day after the game, we didn't do anything other than watch some film, and then you have a short practice the day before a game, so it's the question will be how will we practice this week, and that'll be the biggest question, and it's starting with the coaching staff. There's no feeling sorry for yourself. Things have been pretty good around here, and when they're not, if you're going to take the good, then you better be ready to take the bad, and I've been on both sides of it. So, it's not easy, not what we're used to, but I've also been on teams that have started 0-2 in league and won the league, and so it all depends on how you look at it and the opportunities that present themselves because of it.
You talked before about even Davison game. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Is that the attitude here?
Well, it has to be. It's
Yeah.
December 4th. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not January 30th. And regardless of what it was, it's basketball. Number one, it's not life and death. And even though it's very important to me and very important to our players and all that, there has to be room to have perspective too. Even if things are going good, there has to be room. Sometimes. We just get so caught up on our own lives that we lose perspective. And I'm not trying to minimize how much this is not fun, because it's not. But it's just going to be very important we make sure that nobody feels sorry for herself. That's the one thing you can't do above everything else. 'Cause that's probably the most pathetic thing in the world is people feeling sorry for themselves.
I was just thinking about this one today, but any thoughts on going forward for the next two back-to-back road games? How you like to see the guys, I guess, preparation for handling those two?
Just we played better on the road this year, so it might be some good medicine for us just to get away from here and be together. And I think sometimes that helps a team just to kind of galvanize. And so we'll see how that goes. These are obviously two very, very difficult games we have coming up. Two of the best teams we'll play this year, both on the road, and so it'll be interesting to see how we respond.
It seems like the low post with AJ and Brandon. That's a hard combo for teams to handle.
They were very good, and we knew that with Nelson and Green it would be the same thing, but we weren't going to back away from that, and we wanted to go inside and go after them. They did the same to us, and so it was a pretty good battle.
Trey didn't start. What was the reason?
Just coach's decision. He's been ailing a little bit, and there's just trying to figure out a way to get him going.
You assess the first part of the season. You're about a third of the way in. How would you look at it?
We've been all over the map, and so
Yeah.
it's not very easy for me. We haven't been very consistent, and so If you just asked me now, I would answer very negatively. If you'd asked me a week ago, it would have been positively. So that's the whole point of being able to take the good with the bad and not overreacting on both ends. When you're winning, not overreacting. When you're losing, not overreacting.